gosh, I had an amazing experience at Disney a couple weeks ago that made me think about this video. But before we even get into that, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get started. My name is Chris Provost, and you're watching Provost Park Pass. And I want to tell you about an experience that I had at Disneyland a few weeks ago that was so fun and interesting to watch that it made me think about, how do we go to the park? And I want to hear from you as this video goes on. I want to know, is there a Disneyland character or a theme park character that if you saw, you just run to them. You do a total frenzy and go like, I got to go meet that character. Are there any characters out there that when they appear in a theme park that you absolutely would drop everything you're doing to go meet with them? For me, there are three, and I'll get into my three at the end of this video and tell you what three I think are the three best characters that I'd love to meet. But let me tell you what happened and maybe start thinking about this whole situation. I was at Disney California Adventure, DCA. I was at Avengers Campus. I happened to be with, and when you make a lot of YouTube videos, you get introduced to a lot of other people who do like they're YouTubers, and there's also like Instagrammers and TikTokers. And I happened to be introduced to a whole big group of Instagrammers, and they were all there. These Disney Instagrammers were there at Disney California Adventure at Avengers Campus, and we're all eating like a lunch type thing. And I want now to paint this picture. All of the Instagrammers, they were like, just imagine they're moms, kind of middle-aged moms. They're doing Disney stuff, telling different secrets or tips or whatever they do on Instagram. It's fascinating to watch, and they all take lots of photos and put them out on their Instagrams all the time. Well, as we're sitting there eating, all of a sudden, Loki, the TVA Loki, happened to walk by, and the one mom, she dropped her fork, and she's like, Loki! It's like slow motion. Whoa! And she gets up and she's like running to see Loki. She's like, Loki! And I'm like watching all this happen. And other moms, they literally too, they were like, oh my gosh. It's all like in slow motion, Loki! And they start running, and I'm watching that, and they run to meet Loki, and they get in line, and they got to meet with Loki, and they come back, and they are literally like, they're like breathing, they're like, oh my gosh, he's so hot, he's so amazing, I love Loki, and I love him. I'm like, what is going on? And like the one mom was like, can I give you a hug? And Loki's like, whatever, and it was kind of fun to watch the situation. But they literally went into a fanatic frenzy to see Loki, a bunch of these Disney Instagrammers. And that made me start to think, what character would I freak out about? If there's a different character, like what character would I really just like stop whatever I'm doing and go to them and go straight to them and say, I got to meet them, get a meet and greet, a picture with them. Now, I also asked a bunch of my family and friends like what characters they would like to meet. And so we're going to talk about these different characters here. Now, I just want to do a little caveat here before we even get started I just want to say Mickey Mouse, you are the king, you are the best, and I love Mickey Mouse. And of course, every time I see Mickey Mouse, I get super happy. But I understand, I feel lucky enough that I'm able to go to Disneyland a lot. So I don't always try to have an interaction with Mickey Mouse because I want other people to have that experience too. Like maybe this is the only chance to be there, and I don't always have to have that experience with Mickey Mouse. But every single time I do have an interaction with Mickey Mouse, it's nothing but just happiness, right? But there are three characters. If I saw, I would do everything I could in my power to go. I wait in lines for them, and we'll get to those three characters. But I was kind of fun. I kind of started thinking about this. I'm like, what would you do? Like, who's your Loki that you would absolutely stop and run to? Put it down in the comments down below. I want to read your guys' comments on who would you absolutely freak out and absolutely go out to see. And in my last video, I asked people, I'm like, well, who would you run to? We got a lot of comments. A lot of people were saying Jiminy Cricket. Got a lot of Jiminy Crickets. People would love to meet Jiminy Cricket. Merida, I got a lot of Merida. Chip and Dale, a lot of Chip and Dales. Goofy, a lot of Goofies. People love Goofy. There's a few Mickey Mouses. Some other people here were saying that they would absolutely... was it Miko from Pocahontas? People want to meet that. These rare characters. They would love to meet the rare characters. And they're like, why aren't they doing this? Black Panther was mentioned a lot. People would love to meet Black Panther. And people are like, we just would love to meet all these really, really, really cool characters. And so I think it's awesome. People would love to, I've got one person says they would do anything to meet Niffler from Fantastic Beasts. Oh, that was awesome. A lot of Star Wars characters were mentioned. Jawas and Ewoks were mentioned a lot. People would love to meet Jawas and Ewoks. But here's what we went through. So I went through and asked my family and friends. And the first, I asked Amanda, my wife Amanda, I'm like, who was a character that you would absolutely meet? Like if you saw it, and she didn't even hesitate. She's like, Max from a Goofy movie. If I saw Max, whatever I'm doing, I am going to go meet Max. She loves Max from Goofy movie, so she wanted to go meet Max. So that was her answer. I talked to Thumbnail Dave. Thumbnail Dave, he helps our channel a lot. Sometimes does thumbnails for us. I asked him like who, and he's like, and he didn't even hesitate either. He's like, Mandalorian. He's like, I got it. He's like, if I saw the Mandalorian, I got to go get a picture of the Mandalorian. I love the Mandalorian. I'd love to meet with the Mandalorian. I didn't get a chance to talk to cameraman Greg. He's traveling around the world, but I already know what his answers. I didn't need to talk to him. His is Donald Duck. He absolutely loves Donald Duck and would love to meet with Donald Duck. I asked my mom, I said, Mom, it was our character, and she was like, hands down, Minnie Mouse. My mom is just, she loves Minnie Mouse, and she's like, absolutely has to be Minnie Mouse, and no problem at all. And it was really fun. I asked my one friend Rob, who's like this big, tough vet, like, you know, was in the Army for 23 years. I'm like, who? He's like, well, he goes, you know, he's like, I would love to meet Iron Man and Sleeping Beauty. So, anyways, I would like to tell you now my top 3 characters that I would absolutely run to if I saw them in a theme park, okay? So it's very simple. So the number 3 is Sully. I love Sully, and Sully appears every once in a while. You can meet Sully, and this would be like if you see Sully walking around, or whatever, you have to meet with Sully. You'd be tempted, right, just to run and dive into it and just be buried and like, God, I love you, Sully. I love this character so much. Sully is one of my very favorite characters, and I would love it. So that'd be my number 3. My number 2 is probably a rarer character. My number 2 character would be Hades. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I don't even know if that's blurry. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Hades. Gets a ring light there. Apologize for that. Hades. I love Hades. Now, the only time I ever see Hades is at Oogie Boogie Bash on the parade. That's it. That's the only time I ever see Hades. I would love a meet and greet. I want you to visualize. Okay, so just picture this, if you will, and picture this. Imagine a meet and greet with Hades, right? Now, here's the thing. Disney is super concerned about things that we are not concerned about. And I don't really like it sometimes. So I'll give you an example. You know when they had the Quantum Hulk, the Hulk came out and he's in a quantum suit or whatever, and you see the eyes there. Disney was like, what? They're like super concerned about his mouth moving, right? So they have that mask on him, those eyes, so you can't see his mouth moving, but that way he can still talk, which is cool. People don't care. Like, I don't think people care about that as much as Disney thinks they care about that. For example, Groot comes out. Sometimes you see Groot walking on like the stilts. His mouth doesn't move. You can still hear him say, I am Groot. I don't care. I love that. I love that so much. We don't care. Can you imagine if the Hulk, the angry Hulk, the Hulk smash was there, like, you know, a big Hulk like that. If your mouth's not even moving, but we still hear him go Hulk smash, would you care? No, you wouldn't care. That'd be amazing. I would love to meet the Hulk. Anyways, back to my original thought of Hades. So I know that Disney sometimes doesn't want to have like these talking characters like Hades because their mouth doesn't always move. We don't care. Disney, if you ever listen to this, we don't care. Just imagine this. Can you imagine Hades right there? Meeting Hades, his black robe and everything like that. And I picture them having like speakers right there, and when his little voice is coming through the speakers, and he's saying stuff like, "Hey, I'm Hades, Lord of the Dead. Nice to meet you. Hey, how's it going?" Or he's like, "I haven't seen this many people choked up since I choked on." What do you say? What does he say? He's like, "I haven't seen this many people choked up since I choked on some masaka." Hey, whatever he says. He's so funny. Just have his little quips coming through the speakers as you're doing the meet and greets. I think people would lose their minds. We would love that stuff. And we don't necessarily care that his mouth's not moving. But so my number 2 guest would be Hades. I love Hades. I would love to meet him. I just want to hear that rapid fire dialogue coming through, you know, just over a speaker, even just standing there for photos and you just hear the background coming through, all these funny things, these little quips they sing. And it's on a loop, just saying the same things over and over. Oh, that would be amazing. Now, okay, I'm going to now tell you my number 1 character that I want to meet. And I'm going to give you a hint, see if you guys can figure it out. Number 1 character. It is not a Disney character, so that's the number 1 hint. You can find this character at Universal Studios Japan. That's a big hint, maybe, so think about it. And I will now say this here. I'm going to give it an even bigger hint. This is going to probably give it away. And you could also find his character at Knott's Berry Farm. So University of Japan and Knott's Berry Farm, and that is Snoopy. Snoopy is one of my very favorite characters. I love Snoopy so much. I can't even handle this. And so be prepared. Be prepared for cuteness overload. So I have some Snoopy things I have to show you, and just, you can't even handle this. When our channel got 100,000 subscribers, we did a big giveaway where we're giving away 100 gifts just randomly to people as a thank you. And when Knott's Berry Farm found out we're doing this giveaway, they gave us some Snoopies to give away. And they gave us 2 of these Snoopies. And I had to keep one for myself. I couldn't even handle it. They called it the COVID Snoopy. And look at this. He's like, because he's like, just been sitting around and he's gained a little bit of weight. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. We gave away one of these Snoopies. I absolutely love the Snoopy. But I just can't. Snoopy, if I saw Snoopy, whatever I'm doing, I'm going to see Snoopy. I love Snoopy. Now, I want to show you some of my favorite things I've ever seen about Snoopy. For those of you who live in cold states or cold places in the world, you're going to appreciate this. If you live in Arizona, you're not going to appreciate this. You're like, oh, it's kind of cute. But look at this photo here of Snoopy. He is ready for winter. I can't see anything more relatable than that. It's just like, oh, I get it. Yeah, we'll all get ready for the cold weather. Okay, I love Snoopy so much, and I love it because I think he's so relatable. There's a scene like the Peanuts movie where the Red Baron flies by and it gets root beer float on his face, and he's like, ah! And he like holds up his little fist, and he's like, curse you, Red Baron! His little fist. It looks so cute to me. I can't even stand it. I love that scene so much. And it's very relatable. I just love his little straight arm, his little fist. He's like, ah, curse you, Red Baron. I love it. Now, you better be sitting down when I show you this next thing. This is probably the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So be prepared, because whatever you're doing, just take a moment to appreciate this. I am now going to show you baby Snoopy, okay? This is Snoopy when Charlie Brown adopted Snoopy. He went and adopted Snoopy, and there, can you handle that? He's just lying down being so cute. Ah, Snoopy! Love Snoopy. By the way, some trivia about Snoopy you might not know. Did you know that he was actually, when Charlie Brown went to adopt him, he was the second family to adopt him. The first family to return him. We don't know why they returned Snoopy, and Charlie Brown ended up adopting Snoopy, which I absolutely love. If I saw Snoopy at Knott's Berry Farm or University of Japan, because they have them there, I would go out of my way to meet him. I just want to I want a hug from Snoopy. There's no character that makes me feel as good as Snoopy, and I love Snoopy. No disrespect to Mickey Mouse, because I love Mickey Mouse. I love you, Mickey Mouse. But Snoopy is just, when I see Snoopy, my heart's like, I can't handle this. Put it down in the comments down below. Which character would you absolutely want to meet? No problem at all. And you'd stop everything you can to meet them. Like, what would you do? Like those moms who ran to meet Loki. Who would you run to meet? Put it down in the comments down below, because I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you guys so much. Oh, wait. Do you know how amazing this Snoopy is? This is the cutest thing you've ever seen, right? You know how cute this Snoopy is? This Snoopy is amazing. But you know what's even more amazing than this Snoopy? You. You are awesome. Did you know that? You make the world better. You make the world as good as Snoopy does. Did you know? I want you to think that. And you might be going through a little bit of a rough patch. You might be going through a little bit of a difficult time. Things might not be going the way that you want them to go. It will get better. And I promise you that. Sometimes when you're going through something difficult or painful or sad, we feel like that's going to last forever. But it's not. Things will get better, and it'll get better for you. And that's a promise. I promise you. The world's better because you are in it. And I mean that. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Wait a minute. Did you hit that like button yet? Did you? Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey, I haven't been this choked up since I got a hunk of masaka in my throat. What is this? You guys, what is this, a painting, a mosaic? Nice dress. How you doing? Lord of the Haze, Lord of the Dead. Hey, nice to meet you. But Snoopy is amazing, and I love Snoopy. Boop, 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 boop. Sully is awesome, but Snoopy is my favorite. I run to meet Snoopy and hate it.